Hey, good morning, everybody. Time to put out a new message in a bottle, I guess. And what a hell of a week. So, a couple big things happened with good old SCOTUS. I always say the calm before the storm. Maybe it's just getting too good because common sense is being applied, it seems, currently. So, with this past week, let's see. So, we got SCOTUS that decided that Biden can't give away our tax dollars and offset people that don't want to pay their loans back. Imagine that. It's about damn time common sense has been applied in laws. And then, of course, a lot of people are up in arms about this whole thing, whereas the colleges can no longer utilize ethnicity, I guess, or race in order to allow somebody to go to college. I think that was stupid to begin with. Um, that was a law for ages, generationally, a couple generations ago. So I don't think that that had anything to do with what happens today. If anything, it offsets it the other way. Um, I would certainly hope that anybody that thinks that if you are in the minority and you are accepted to an Ivy League college that's going to cost you $100,000 a year, put you $400,000 in debt, and just think about the ultimate slavery is debt. So if they want to enslave you, they're going to create debt. They're going to allow you to create debt. So I guess if you're not educated enough to understand how the system works, probably stay out of the system. You're allowing them being the government and society that controls these things and the propaganda, to coax you into going in, getting this expensive degree, a lot of times that are useless, racking up all this debt, and then you're enslaved for the next, for your entire lifetime. That's how it works. 20 years, I think, is what somebody said on the news. So it's kind of a joke. So that's what I would say. None of my kids will ever have any of that debt. They have gone. A couple of them have gone to college. A couple of them got degrees. Some I agree with, some I don't. But you know what? They're individuals, so they got to make their own choice. But sure as hell not the debt aspect of it. No. As a parent, as a responsible person, there's no way in hell I'm going to let them incur that type of cost to be an indentured slave to the government for the next 20 years. That's not happening. Now, there are a lot of military vets that go in, serve their time, and they utilize the benefits to go to college. And I think it's great. That should be a benefit that they do get and do deserve. But for somebody just to say, hey, I am of a certain race and therefore I should get a free education, I think it's wrong. If anything, the universities I despise. If you've been to any college campuses, they're insane. The architectural buildings, the size, it's just insane. Like, what's wrong with just a big square brick building and go there and learn? But instead, you've got these art museums, basically buildings and structures for what? How does that make the educational system better? I don't really get it. It makes everything overpriced. That's what it does. And if you look and research, during the Obama years, they passed Obamacare, and part of that was that they would take the federal government took on all student loans away from the banking system. This way, the interest collected from the student loans was supposed to offset the cost of Obamacare. So imagine that. So this goes back, do your research, understand the why. And then when you look at what is the largest asset, I'm talking the largest asset the U.S. government owns, it's student debt. So imagine that. So you got President Biden going to give away, or trying to give away, the largest asset that the government has. Did a lot of people get suckered into going to college? Sure. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody, you have to make a decision. It's like if you go buy a car, you don't make a payment, they repo it. If you buy a house and you don't make the payment, they foreclose on you. Being that the federal government, is backing the loan, it's kind of like taxes. So you can't go bankrupt on taxes. So you can bankrupt on anything else in your life if they allow you to, based on income levels. But as far as taxes, no, you can't. And when it comes to your student loans, you can't either. So you've been locked in by the Democrats on this one. Republicans voted for it as well, so that's how that one passed. So, wow. I hope everybody kind of wakes up to this one, realizes that it is a giant trap of enslavement of debt, and wow, pay as you go. That's what I say. Use the community colleges for the first 2 years. Nowadays, 18-year-olds, I don't think they're mature enough for the most part to handle going to a college campus with 100,000 other people. They can't even handle their own neighborhoods, it seems. So go to your community college, spend the first couple years, understand, maybe make a decision, and decide what it is you might want to do with your life. Get the basics out of the way, do it for a tenth of the cost. And if you decide to further your education beyond the associates, be responsible, have a job, hopefully save your money, and pay as you go. That's how this should work, not expect anybody else to pay for it. So anyways, those are my thoughts this week. I hope you certainly have a great day. God bless, and talk to y'all soon.